Hello, welcome back to another video. One where, despite the fact it's a pretty gloomy, rainy, late winter's day, I'm dedicating the entire thing to spring. And I thought I'd start off with my current favourite breakfast because I've switched it up a little bit. It's porridge with absolutely everything that you could imagine on top of it. So I'm having the Fire yogurt, peanut butter, whatever fruit we've got in, which today was blueberries and a couple of raspberries, sunflower seeds, sometimes I'll add some nuts on there as well, and I do sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon in the porridge just at the end after it's finished cooking through. So yeah, I've just really been loving this breakfast, very filling, very nourishing, and it feels like a really nice start to my day. I thought before I dive into all of the spring prep stuff, I'd do a little bit of an update because I've had a little break. I took some time off, and part of it was it was an accidental break, but I feel good for it. I've just gone a little bit slower, allowed myself to soak up the last few weeks of winter and like that really good rest time. I've been reading more. Yeah, I've just been taking it easy, and that was basically inspired by the fact that I sold my camera thinking that the one that I wanted to buy would be in stock, and it's not. It's not in stock anywhere in the UK. So I've got the new mic, but I don't have a new camera. I'm using my iPhone, but hopefully, fingers crossed, everything in terms of like audio quality should be okay. As you can see, I've invested in a mic, and I have seen some people comment on people's YouTubes and say that it looks and feels awkward, and I kind of get it, but I also think that good quality audio outweighs that, and I don't feel weird holding this. Like, it feels okay, so I'm just gonna roll with it. I've had a really good couple of weeks. As a lot of you know, I'm doing EMDR therapy, which I started in October, so I started kind of as we were going into these colder, darker months, and it's really interesting actually how some of my breakthroughs are happening as we come towards spring. Basically had a really good couple of weeks. It's been really difficult, to be honest. Like, EMDR therapy has been the biggest thing that I've been doing or have done during that duration of time. Like, it's been all consuming and something that's been on my mind a lot. So it feels good to be in a place where I hoped I would be at the start of that therapy, and I have just done another written update on that on my Substack. I'm speaking about it mostly on there just because, I mean, surprise, surprise, it is intense talking about and trying to articulate therapy. That's basically it in terms of an update. I don't think I've got anything else to report on. Let me know how you found the last few weeks of winter, whether you're excited for spring, or I know a lot of people really prefer the winter months, and for me, I do have a preference towards spring. I love seeing everything else come back to life, and I feel like that in myself. I really notice that my mood and how I feel ebbs and flows with the season, so I'm just excited to have a bit more energy, and I'm really feeling that. So yeah, all good here. I'm going to do a little bit of work now. I've got some emails to do, a couple of things that I want to write, I've got a reel that I want to upload, and then I'm going to do some seedlings and bring you along for that. I've got some sweet peas that I want to sow, and yeah, a couple of other spring related prepping bits. I've got all of my bits, and I'm going to sow some sweet peas and also some rosemary seeds as well. And this is my first year doing this. I did start gardening. I say gardening, I don't know, I feel like an imposter putting myself in that category because I'm a beginner and I know that there is just so much to know. So this is definitely not a how-to, but more just sharing this process. And I have picked up a few things along the way. So I did actually start off some seedlings on Friday. I did some sweet peas, and then I also did some tomatoes. And I think the thing that surprises me about this is how affordable it is to do it. So I've actually just been using old toilet rolls, cutting them in two, and you can actually use that to start off your seeds. So you can have these amazing plants, and hopefully it shouldn't cost you too much. I have bought a couple of other bits like these small compostable seed starting trays, but then again, I'm also going to use just a carton from some eggs that we bought. So there are so many different ways to do it. I've always loved having houseplants and watching them grow and propagating them, and that probably should have been my sign when we moved into this house and had a garden, that I'd be really into gardening as well. And I think it is that thing of making something new and seeing it grow and change in such a short space of time. And that's what surprises me. Like already, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but there is a tiny, tiny green shoot from one of my tomatoes. And to be honest, I think that the others haven't worked, but that's part of it. I've also got some trays and punnets from mushrooms or fruit, and I'm going to use those to house all of the little toilet roll holders, so obviously all of the soil doesn't come out of the bottom. But yeah, I really recommend gardening of any sort, even if you do just one thing to connect you to the season, something to do that isn't on my phone. And I never feel bad from spending time in the garden. I never regret doing this. So I filled all of my little containers with seed sowing compost, and then I'm just going to take I'm going to have enough so I can still use this packet of sweet peas that I used on Friday, and I'm just going to make a really small little hole, pop it in, and then cover it back over. Some of this compost has like lumpy bits, so I'm going to take that out. But yeah, that's basically it. Just put it quite close to the top as well. I think I made that mistake on Friday where I've put them in a little bit too far down, but you want them to kind of be central in the middle and not too far down, just a really light covering of the soil. So I'm just going to put all of these in here, and hopefully really soon you start to see that growth. And I think that that's the really nice thing about doing things from seed. You actually get to see that process from start to finish, and sweet peas are so good because obviously you get food from them as well. So yeah, I'm just going to sow all of these in here. And then actually I'm going to keep this to sweet peas because there was 5 left, and then make a start on the rosemary seeds. Ideally with these you want to keep them moist, so I'm just going to use this to get water everywhere by the looks of things. So that is these done. I'm gonna have to pop them in the kitchen on the windowsill. I've realised that these need to be in a sunny place. I follow Chloe Plumstead on Instagram, who, if you don't know, is a really brilliant gardener, and I get so many tips from her. And she's just done a video on sweet peas actually and said that they need to be in a sunny spot. So that is what I'm going to do. And I've realised actually I probably do need to get some sort of, I was going to say infrastructure. It's not anything as big as that, but like just something to store these seeds in during this time of year, because at the minute they're just on the floor by the back window, you know. So yeah, I need to get these somewhere, but I just feel like it's a really lovely, wholesome, nice thing to do. And it just, honestly, seeing the first bit of greenery out of something you've planted, it hits different. Right, I'm gonna go and get these in the kitchen and wish them luck. So it's around a week later, and I thought to finish off this video, it's actually spring equinox tomorrow, so I'm hoping to get this video live tonight, just before the first day of spring. And I thought I'd share with you my vision board because I've finally done it, ready for the new season, and it's looking full. It's looking full, and it's actually really funny because I've obviously picked all of these images, and together it looks like a really full and vibrant spring, which is exactly what I wanted. Like throughout, I've had a really quiet 6 months. Since I got back from our holiday in America, early October, I feel like I've been a little bit of a hermit, and I have in a really big way, but I needed to, and now I just feel so ready to just live my life. That might sound weird, but whatever, that's how I feel. So yeah, this is my spring vision board, got lots of bits on here. A few garden related things. Gardening and doing the garden more is very high up my priority list. We've actually literally just today, got the confirmation that someone's scheduled to come and do the fence very soon, which I am so excited about because it means that I can do like the border and we can get a new shed and things like that. All these things that have been on my list but we haven't been able to do. So yeah, lots of fun things on here. Hiking, walks. I've got a trip to Ibiza in a couple of weeks and I really want to do a hike, so I've put a thing on there about that. lots to do with like community and connection. Got some books down here to represent the book club that I do with a friend. So yeah, and I thought actually I would just go through what's probably more useful is to actually say how I get to this point, because the process is the same every single time. So I start off by journaling and thinking about what it is that I actually want. Like, how do I want to feel? What feels most important for me? What's my priority? And usually that feels quite easy to kind of think about what it is. There might be a big thing that I want to achieve. There might be just really small, simple things. Like a big thing for me this season is getting back into fitness. I think I do, yeah, I do have a picture of that kind of represents that idea up here. And yeah, just getting all of those things down that feel like a focus and a priority for me. And then after that, I go to Pinterest and look at any images that stand out in relation to those things. And they don't have to be things that specifically relate. Most of mine this time are quite literal, but sometimes I'll put something on that might seem vague but have meaning to me. So remembering that it doesn't matter how these pictures look externally, it's about what they mean and represent to you. So yeah, sourcing all those images together. And then from there, I actually use free prints, because I went through a stage of trying to print out some of these pictures and they just, like, the quality wasn't very good. So yeah, I now use free prints. I think it's around £3 for delivery, and then you get 50 free pictures a month. So obviously I'm not printing off 50, but when I'm going to like print off pictures from my camera roll, I'll just stick in all of the ones from my Pinterest board that I might want to put on here. And then yeah, just spend a little bit of time putting this together. I did this the other day. And this is my final result. Before I wrap up this video, I'm going to show you my seedlings, because as I mentioned, I'm a beginner gardener. I'm proud. So I'm going to show you my seedlings. I know that this is like just basic and not that revolutionary. But yeah, this is my first year planting from seed, so I'm very excited about it. And as you can see, my sweet peas are thriving, and yeah, I'm so excited. I'm very, very excited about this. Don't know if you could be able to see that. That's kind of how they look when they're first coming out. It felt like Christmas morning coming downstairs and seeing that actually worked. And I'm not exaggerating, I'm so happy with them. So yeah, I've got my one tomato plant so far, some sweet pea seedlings, and then I've also got some other seeds on the way. I'm going to do more tomatoes because I feel like I know what I'm doing a little bit more now. And what else have I got? I've got some cosmos coming for the border, and carrots. So yeah, I think that's all I'm going to do this year, because I don't want to kind of overwhelm myself with it. I just want it to be fun and not feel like a really big chore. But as you can tell, I'm very happy with the progress. Thank you so much for watching and for your patience, because it's been a while and I've had some really lovely messages actually. So thank you for checking in about the YouTube videos, because it definitely did give me a little bit of motivation, like a kick up the butt to just film and do it and upload. And I am today is on my to-do list to order a new camera. I've decided I'm not even waiting for the one that I wanted. I need a camera in my life. I can't do my job without a camera. So yes, another one will be on its way. I've done the research, and yeah, I'm feeling very happy and hopeful for spring and to share this coming season. Lots of fun, exciting things happening. Thank you so much for watching. There won't be an upload this Sunday because I'm actually teaching at my first ever retreat this weekend, which honestly I'm so excited about. It is going to be such a beautiful weekend. I feel very lucky to be teaching there. So I'm doing that, but I'm going to be back the week after, so Easter weekend, with another video on that Sunday. So yeah, I will see you there. Thank you for watching. Bye.